Hello everyone, my name is Nathan Byerly, and this is my Week 3 project review for MUX term 1406. Okay, to me, unless I misunderstood something, Week 2 and Week 3 were very similar. You just changed, well for me anyway, I didn't change a whole lot. I went based off the few people that I spoke to and that played around with the app, which I have it installed on my phone, so they could play with it there. Same as last week. On this version, for class the prototype, I do not have a lot of the code working. The other version, which I've been working on behind the scenes pretty much, is the one that I've been actually adding a lot of the code to. Trying to anyway. What am I forgetting? I am forgetting... this. Wrong one. Could we do this one? Because, scroll down. Go down, scroll down. Let's get this. Okay, I changed the image from last time. I had one that I did in Photoshop, which is what I was going to use as my rough design type deal, but it wasn't even close to what I ended up doing. Where is it? Jeez Louise. There it is. I did change the purpose and objectives from last week because within this week I changed a lot of the purpose and objectives, so I'm pretty much still evaluating the application, but taking a more deeper look into it and what I can do to make it better. I did up it from 6 participants to 8. I still went to the basic locations, the Outwork, Blockbuster. Well, it's not Blockbuster down here. It's a few with I guess you could say like mom and pop owned movie places down here in Key West. It's pretty small, so they don't have a whole lot. Still went with the equipment iPhone. I haven't tried doing it over on the iPad. Let's see, the questions did change a bit. Some of them I still kept the same because of the fact that with the changes that I made, I still want to know what their overall impression of the app is. For example, this is the same question as last week, but I still want to know what their overall impression of the app is. Another question I did was how difficult was it to find your way around the application? How was the usability and functionality of the application? Were the navigation cues easy to interpret? What was confusing, if anything? How well did the application perform? I will show this survey once I finish through the app here. As I said, the code aspect on this version I do not really have done. As I'm being informed, it's more or less just a prototype, so is the visual aspect and some functionality of it. Same as last week. You put in your movie title here, go to the ratings, what I did add was own this movie. So if you have a huge selection of movies, of course not all movies may be what you own. Some movies may be what you are looking to buy or are interested in. So I got a little clicker here, so if you own a movie, click it, and as it shows here, oh come on, there in the, I changed this. I did have it as a default with the title and the subtitle, but I made it a custom. Someone made it, and they have the movie title, the genre there, and then over here is going to have a color on if you own it or not. You got your ratings down here. If you want to add ratings to this list here, Here is where I put the survey, because last week I had the survey right at the very beginning, so they could have went, I had it in a tab view, so they could have went straight to the survey. So what I did on this one is I put it pretty much at the very end of the app. This is the furthest you can go. I done it both with with the genre and the rating. This way they click through every button. Let's go ahead and click on the survey. I am still working on adding the custom browser aspect, just so that way they could hit back if need be. But then again, I'm contemplating if I want to do that, because the end product may not have the actual survey like this. So I don't know. I haven't decided. Okay. These are the same questions. What is your overall impression? How difficult was it to find your way around the application? Were the navigation cues easy to interpret? What was confusing, if anything? How was the usability and functionality of the application? This I left for them to do more or less a fill in the blank. Explain in your words how well the application functioned, and how well did the application perform in the aspects of were there any type of freezing? Was it slow transitioning to the next screen or anything like that? But all in all, the talks that I had with people, there were a few, ideas that I didn't necessarily add into the Google Docs aspect. Just like certain things that they talked to me about, that they would like to see, but I didn't hear that from all the people. It was like maybe one or two. By like adding a different section, for instance, the do you own this movie? So add another section of owned movies and want to buy movies. So that's definitely a possibility. Add two sections. They would pretty much be very similar. And then all they had to do is flip a switch, and then it would go from want to buy over to the other. So I don't know. It's something to look into. But it was definitely an interesting week. I'd definitely like to hear what the people stated about the application, and ideas they had to improve, and so on and so forth. But that is all I have. Thank you for watching. Bye.